welcome back to the workshop, and in this video we're gonna crack on with the Mirus again. It's been a while since I've done anything on it, so I'm gonna need to look back at the videos to see what I need to do, but I think I just need to keep going, because I got the wing put on in the last video, got it on tight, wings finished, just need to make up the ailerons, and that'll be the wing. Maybe a little bit of final sanding and filling, but nothing that I need to do on it so far. So the next thing to do is this. Get the tailplane glued on in the right place, all straight, square and true. Then get the fin in with its little piece. And then, once I've done that, I'm going to get the bottom put on. The reason I haven't got the bottom put on yet is because I don't know where I'm going to need to put the battery hatch. It's going to need to go somewhere in the bottom, not sure yet. So I need to get as much on it as possible so I can figure out where servos, the battery and everything are going to need to be so I can get balance. So I'm going to put you on a tripod and get the tailplane glued on. Right, so next bit to go on is tailplane. That's going to sit there. I'm not sure if this is exactly the same size. Right, so this is how we're going to do it. Just need a light stand. That's going to go there. Right, so that is going to go on something like that. So what I'm going to do is, I know where the tailplane needs to be. It lines up with the back of this seat here. And on this one, at the back, there's a tiny little bit that needs sanded out to get the fin to fit in nicely. So I'm just going to open that out. Nearly there, I think. Yeah, that's probably just about it. Yep, that's it. That's all it needed, just to get it to fit in nicely. There we go. So yeah, that's all going to get glued in there. I'm going to do it piece by piece so I get everything straight and true, because I'm going to get the tailplane glued on, then the fin so I can put squares on the sides of the tailplane, and then I'm going to put that bit in because it just kind of sits there. So yeah, let's see about doing this. So it lines up with the front, and then it just lines up with the sides of the holes at the back for the fin, and that's it, straight. Easy as that. I think it's going to need 3 clamps. One there. Let's get it straight. There we go, that's it straight. Oh, not straight anymore. So yeah, that's gonna glue on there like that. We're gonna do some measuring to make sure it's straight. So if we measure, is this gonna work? This might not work. My ruler isn't long enough. I'm not gonna measure it, can't be bothered. I'm trying to find a ruler. It's lined up there and there, it looks straight. Yeah. Very slightly twisted. Not too far. Just pick it up and have a look. Nope, that's perfect. So now I'm going to unclamp it, make sure it's still in shot. Yep, unclamp it. Give this piece of ply a very light sanding. Very light, just to take the shine off so the glue sticks to it. All sorted. Then we're going to use wood glue. And smother it. We're not going to smother it, we're going to put some on. That should be enough, just spread it out. I put far too much on. Far too much. Where's ketchup? Wipe some of this off just because it's going to squeeze down the sides. And now we're ready to get it glued on. Gonna go give it a little rub on it, because when you rub it the glue will ooze out and then it'll kind of squeeze, it'll almost lock in place. Like it won't lock in place because there's nothing to make it lock in place, but it'll suddenly get tighter. I need something strong. There we go, that's straight at the back. Right, that's it straight at the front, and straight at the front, straight at the back, level everywhere, glue squeezing out quite nicely. But because I'm paranoid that it's not going to be glued down in a certain bit, I'm going to put this where it's going to dry and put a heavy battery there just to hold it down. So I'll come back to you when it's dry. Right, so the camera decided not to film, but you saw me get the tail plane on, you didn't see me get the fin on, and you didn't see me get that bit on. The fin's glued on exactly how I said I was going to do it by putting tri-squares up here, just gluing it in. This has got glue on the other side, just all the glue where it needs to be, so all the surfaces that are touching have glue on it. And that's just getting clamped in there. So I'll come back to you once that's dry. Right, so the next bit to do in the fuselage is to... Fuselage, one of them, is to get that bit put on. Now, this is the bottom piece, and it kind of just clips / slots into place there. Might need a little bit of sanding to get it to fit, but yeah, that's it. If you're building it for IC, no, that's fine. If you were building it for IC, and also if it was built for IC, there would be a block through here of balsa to make this all follow through. Not worried about that at the moment. Deal with that when it comes to it. It's going to be pretty soon actually. But, so, because this is electric, we need a battery roughly there. And it's going to be a bit of a pain to take the wing off and on every single time we want to change the battery. So we're putting a hatch in. So the way I'm going to do this is chop directly from there to there, so that bit's a separate piece, and glue the back bit in. Because then I've got a piece that perfectly slots into there as a battery hatch. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to get this marked up and chopped across. Right, so this is where we've got to. We've got the bottom on and we've got a hatch made, but decided we're not going to use that hatch because it only comes to here. I've decided to make it full length just because it's going to be just about impossible to plug the ESC in without being able to get in there. So I'm going to make a new hatch that comes right to the front, and then yeah, making a hatch comes right to the front. Then after that I'm going to drill some holes in the front for airflow. But then after that, I'm pretty sure it's going to be final sanding and then covering for the fuselage. So yeah, I'll put you on time lapse and get on with it. Right, so this is where we are with the Mirus. We've got the hatch made, holes drilled and everything for airflow. And yeah, this is where we are with the Mirus fuselage. So the next thing to do is final sanding, so rubbing it all back with really high grit sandpaper to make it really smooth so the covering sticks nicely and it's all smooth and looks good. So yeah, that's the next thing to do. As I said, made the hatch, got holes drilled for airflow. So yeah, final sanding, make sure I've got everything done. So yeah, that'll be in the next video. So yeah, from that, yeah, that'll be the end of this video. So if you're enjoying this sort of content, leave a like. If you haven't already, subscribe. And from me and the empty garage, or from me and no one else in the garage, I'll see you next time.